mean, for a while, I did a bunch of those, like Saturday morning kids shows, like, those Saved by the Bell type of things I don't remember the names of all of them, but I did a guest stars on a bunch of those. But it was probably within the year or two that I got American Pie.
Now, was American Pie the same sort of thing where you go, I'm going to go in with an accent. I want them to think I talk like this.
No, I don't remember exactly what I did, but I do remember that the casting director came over to me and he's like, look, I'm going to call you back for the directors, but you got to work on your accent because, I mean, look, I'm not saying this. He said this. I don't know if it's not PC, but he is like, try not to sound deaf because that's how I sounded doing the accent to him.
That's what he said to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you went home and you go, oh, well, how do I not? Okay. And you just worked on it.
Yeah, I don't I don't remember how I worked on it after that. I think I worked with a few different dialect coaches. I just don't remember at what point.
How much time did you have to prepare the second time around?
I don't remember.
Just not a long time. You had to work fast.
Is it something? To work fast.
Yeah, is it something you could just jump into? Like you jumped into the Russian. Can you just jump into that accent now?
I mean, it's the same accent pretty much.
Is it pretty much the same?
It was Czechoslovakian. So yeah, I pretty much did the same accent. But like, well, what had happened, I was in an acting class. And so you know Joe, my ex.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you guys still friendly? Are you still friendly?
He's actually managing me. He's helping manage me while I'm here. So yeah.
Beautiful. What a rarity. What a rare thing in Hollywood. An ex-husband manages his ex-wife. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Because I know it wasn't easy in the beginning after the breakup. It was like there was a lot of distance for a while.
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
And then, yeah. And then we found our way back to being friends and now like we help each other. So yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
No, he's a great guy. But he and I were in an acting class together. And at one point there was a scene I was trying to do from Pulp Fiction, and I was trying to do French, and I can't do a French accent. And he said, remember when you tried to do French, do that accent because it sounded Russian. I was like, oh, okay. It's just one of those accents that is easier for me. Like everybody has an accent that they can just like fake, I guess. And for some reason, that's just one of them that I could sort of do. But with that said, when I did American Pie, they called me in to do ADR, which is all the voiceover stuff after you've filmed. And they're like, we're going to play with the accent a bit. And so I'd say something and they're like, okay, now do less of an accent. And I'd say it again. They were like, do less. I'm like, why are they messing with this accent so much? Because I had worked really hard with like a dialect coach on this. And so then they said, say things like you've been here for a long time. So then I would say it and they're like, yeah, that's it. I go, but I took the accent off on that one. Like there was no accent left. So after the ADR session, I told all my friends this movie is going to suck because they had messed with my accent so much. I was like, no, they're ruining it. The movie's going to suck. Like, don't watch it. I was devastated after ADR.
Oh, no.
So
when you saw what they had done, what you'd put back into it, when you ADR'd all this shit, you went back. Did you go back in again? When was the first time you saw her? Did you go to the premiere and going, I don't know what I'm going to see? Yeah. So were you doing were you doing what I would do, is telling everybody, look, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to suck in this. My accent's terrible. Just don't judge me. You weren't thinking this was going to do anything.
A lot of people did say my accent was terrible. And I'm like, well, yeah, because they messed with it. They didn't let me do what I wanted to do.
You know what's funny is I remember I've seen it. And I honestly, I'm not saying this because you're here. I loved it. I really did. I remember saying, wow, that's hilarious. She's hilarious. Oh my God. I didn't think, unless you speak this language most people don't. The world, they watch and they just go, oh, she has an accent. They don't think too much about things. I wasn't thinking, where is she from exactly? I just was like, oh, this is fun. So,
cool. Thank you.
I swear to God, I dropped dead. That's how I felt. But this, when you saw the movie, did you say, wow, I'm part of something that's going to be huge? No.
I didn't know, like, nobody knew it was going to be huge. But I mean, there were moments of things happening around us where we could see they were trying to expand, because my character was not meant to be a main character. I wasn't in the original poster, but I was testing well, and so they were expanding my presence, and they were starting to include me in a lot of the magazine press and stuff that people were getting. And sorry, my light is giving me so much
you were
trouble
stealing
today.
The show in a lot of ways.
I don't know about that.
Whatever, but you were a likable character, was testing well, and they kept bringing you for. And by the way, you probably got paid shit for the movie, the first one.
Yeah.
Do you remember going, oh my God, this is what they're paying me?
No, I didn't care. I would have done it for free. It was my first studio film. So I was so happy to book a role in a studio film. Like, who cares about money? That's great that they're giving me something for it. But then the second one comes, and then you're like, okay.
You're like,